take reverse. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Aidan Coughlin and I'm here with Judy Williams and we're in sunny Bury St Edmunds today, very sunny, hence I'm hiding from the sun at all hazards. And Judy here is organising an awareness day about the dog and cat meat trade. You've probably heard about this, and Judy, can you perhaps explain what's happening in Yulin and what we're here to do?
Thank you. We're raising awareness of Yulin, which is a festival that lasts for 10 days and started on the 21st of June. Basically 10,000 dogs are captured, transported from all over China, and then they're publicly tortured while crowds cheer. They believe that if the dogs are tortured by means of skinning, boiling, blow-torching, amputating legs, and any such way they can think of, bladdering, it actually makes their adrenaline raise in their body naturally, but this makes the meat more tender. So it makes the meat tastier and it's better for people's health. So this is a festival that's actually celebrated. The dog and cat meat trade goes across most of Asia and throughout the year, but Yulin is a big focus at the moment because it's deemed as a festival and a public gathering. So we're trying to raise awareness. The government was very close to stopping it last year, and with enough worldwide pressure we're trying to get it stopped in the future. We've certainly seen countries changing laws in Asia, and we need to put as much pressure on as we can. So we've got our boards here that give all the information and lots of leaflets, and we're just basically approaching the public, asking them to sign petitions. We're not asking for anything else but their time and a little bit of opportunity to sign all the petitions that we've got going here.
What type of response have you had from people generally?
Here in Bury it's been quite good actually. I'd say very positive. Around about 60% of people are actually stopping and taking note. It may well be because the pace is slower and because Yulin is on and people know about it. Certainly other protests we've done haven't been as positive, but you know, we're going to keep going. I'm thrilled that we're getting good response here. And a lot of people have pledged to sign the petitions, which is as much as we can ask them at the moment. So we're onwards and upwards and trying to change people's opinions.
I think some vegans find talking about this issue a bit frustrating, and the reason for that is we're focusing on an issue of what is a much wider problem. Of course, we need as many people to support this movement as well. So what advice would you give to vegans that are on the fence and dealing with their frustration about this issue?
Yeah, it is quite frustrating, I think, for those of us that kind of just come out and support every animal across the world, because I think we need to do that. And especially if you think about the dogs in China and Asia, although there are protesters there, they don't have support to protest. There are no laws behind them, so their job is even more difficult. It's difficult for us here, but we have a right to protest, and there is a big movement now with the Save movement and the Anonymous for the Voiceless. There's a big movement for the animals here, the farm animals, and across all the animals in the UK that are abused. And rightly so, we need to put pressure on that, but we mustn't forget about the animals in the other countries as well. We need to be out on the streets for every animal that needs us. And certainly as we're here today, I think we're a merry brand that's proving that.
So just in closing then, vegan or otherwise, where would you recommend people go to voice their absolute displeasure and disgust about what's happening here in China?
Thank you. There's a site here called Stop the Dog and Cat Meat Trade Worldwide. Is absolutely full of information. There's loads of petitions across Asia. There's lots of information about all the charities that are supporting the dogs that have been liberated, such as the Humane Society and Soy Dog and Animal Asia. And there's lots of good enlightening stories as well as about dogs that have been saved. And it also updates you with all the information of the Chinese activists that are working so hard over there against the odds, especially now because they have managed to stop so many trucks that are going on that are just piled high with dogs that are are in such distress, about to be tortured. So it's an ongoing thing, but you know, there's a big movement now, and within this website it shows you across the world all the different countries and cities that are really getting to the streets to highlight this.
Yeah, that was Judy Williams doing a fantastic job raising awareness of the dog and cat meat trade. And I'm really pleased that Judy mentioned the bravery of the Chinese activists, because we can come out here, I'm not risking arrest, I'm not risking being beaten up by a mob of people, and we stand here in solidarity with the activists in China. So from sunny Bury St Edmunds, we might leave you with some more images of what we're doing here today. Thank you for tuning in.